The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Y'all supposed to protect him. Y'all kill him.
Straight ahead here on DC News Now at 10, what we're learning about a 17-year-old shot and killed by U.S. Park Police this morning. Plus, Metro is increasing weekday service next week. What this will mean for your rush hour commute and wait times. And we're checking in on the Terps as the March Madness excitement continues. Where they stand now. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 10. I'm Annalisa Gale. We're expecting a chill across the DMV tonight. We're starting with meteorologist Scott Sumner now. Hey, Scott.
Hello, Annalisa. Yes, winter is holding on as long as it can here. That is for this weekend. Spring does officially kick in on Monday, and yes, it will feel like spring by the middle of the week. But right now, we've got that chill in the air, and you can even see off to the side that camera shaking out towards Reagan National Airport. What's the current temperature? It is sitting at 48 degrees. We've got clear skies outside right now, and like I said, the breeze is what's making the headlines as we speak. Wind gusts, as you can see, up to 33 miles an hour, just turning 10 o'clock. And that's here in D.C., 28 at Leesburg, 31 at Manassas, 28 at Fredericksburg, and 26 at Kaiser. So when you take the temperatures, which are plummeting, and you add in those winds, we've got a wind chill tonight, and it is going to be downright chilly. All right, what about the out-the-door forecast for your Sunday? Yeah, let's open it up for the 19th. It is going to be a cold start and a breezy and at times windy start to your Sunday. We'll have temperatures that are going to range mainly in the 20s for most, maybe a few lower 30s up around the freezing mark for coastal areas. And again, like I said, the winds will be the headliner for Sunday as well, with sustained winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour during the course of the afternoon. And that is your out-the-door forecast. Talk about the rest of the week and boil down to some summer-type temperatures coming up back into play here. We'll break it down for you in just a few.
All right, thanks, Scott. Developing now in Southeast D.C., 2 teen boys are being treated for injuries following a shooting. More than 4 dozen shots rang out in the Wheeler Creek subdivision around 4:15 this afternoon, according to our Dave Laval. The teens were found in different locations. They are expected to be okay. So far, no arrests have been made. And D.C. police are also investigating another shooting involving a teen on Friday afternoon. Officers responded to the Turkey Thicket Recreation Center on Michigan Avenue just before 4:30 p.m. That's where they found a teen boy with a bullet wound to the neck. He is also expected to survive. Tonight, family and friends are seeking more information about why a 17-year-old was shot and killed this morning by U.S. Park Police. Dave Laval joins us now with the latest details from the agency.
Y'all supposed to protect him. Y'all kill him.
A grieving woman cries out for her teenage son. She claims he was the person shot and killed during a confrontation with 2 U.S. Park Police officers who pursued a stolen car. Park Police say they responded just before 9 a.m. Saturday at 34th Street and Baker Street Northeast. The pursuit ended when the SUV crashed into a house along 36th Street Northeast near the corner of Kenilworth Avenue.
Officers on scene attempted to detain the male driver. The driver fled the scene.
Sergeant Thomas Twinname says the unidentified driver drove away from the officers.
A U.S. Park Police officer was trapped in the vehicle, was unable to get out of the car. A second United States Park Police sergeant was dragged by the vehicle as it fled the scene.
That's when the officer inside the car took action.
A firearm was discharged by the officer. Officers rendered aid immediately. A male was pronounced deceased on scene.
Police say they found another gun in the car and that their officers had been at nearby River Terrace Park, which is part of the National Park System, when they responded to the call. Although investigators have not released the name of the suspect who died, those who knew him had plenty to say.
He was loved by his siblings. He was a brother. He was a father. He was somebody's child.
Makia Green and Nene Taylor are friends of the family. They're among those demanding more information about what happened.
And just know this community is no less safer because
No more safer because
the 17-year-old is gone.
He deserved an opportunity to live. And right now, the family has to go through something that no one can ever prepare for.
Investigators said people were in the house when the stolen car slammed into it. No one was injured. Body camera footage of what happened inside the car is also being reviewed. Both officers involved suffered non-life-threatening injuries. In Northeast, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Now to Prince William County, where police are investigating a disturbance at Potomac Mills Mall involving juveniles. Police say that they were called to the mall earlier this evening for a fight involving weapons. When they got there, they determined no shots were fired and there was no active threat to the community. Well, in a DC News Now exclusive, we're getting a closer look at the metro system. You may remember the orange, silver, and blue lines have all seen cuts in service to give maintenance crews extra time to get work done. Our Joseph Olmo got to see firsthand the work they've been doing.
Descending, drilling, even jackhammering. Most of it happening while you're sound asleep.
You know, as a Metro rider, it may seem like every time there is some sort of delay because of maintenance work going on, but have you ever stopped to wonder what's really happening behind the scenes?
For the past 3 weeks, Metro crews have been making quite some noise. 120 feet underground, they're working to fix some of the transit agency's oldest tracks.
Some of the infrastructure that we are looking at right now is original Metro infrastructure, never been replaced, correct?
That is correct.
That's Melvin Smith. He's been with Metro for over 2 decades.
As you can see on this side here, the grout pad is actually cracked.
These are the grout pads he's talking about. They're concrete slabs that help support the rails themselves, and many are showing their age. Now, once they identify which pads need to be replaced, crews have to actually get to them, and they do that by literally lifting up the rails, using a jackhammer to break up the old pads, then pouring concrete, and voila, it's just like new. But make no mistake here, this is no easy job. It takes an entire evening just to do about 50 feet of track before trains are back in passenger service bright and early at 5 a.m.
While they're asleep, we are here preparing the tracks to make sure it's safe for them the next day when they come in. This is the behind scenes that no one gets to see.
A behind-the-scenes look. That's just another day at the office for these Metro maintenance crews. Reporting just outside the Rosalind station, I'm Joseph Olmo, DC News Now.
And starting on Monday, riders will see more silver, orange, and blue line trains. This means most customers will see trains every 12 minutes Monday through Friday during rush hour, according to Metro's General Manager Randy Clark. And starting on March 25th, more red line trains will also be added. Metro has seen records being set since the height of the pandemic almost daily. This week, Metro saw its highest ridership since the pandemic with more than 337,000 paid trips. They say this is a result of cherry blossom season, tourists arriving, sporting events, and a growing number of commuters. And police in New York City right now are preparing for the possible indictment of former President Donald Trump. They're stepping up security as speculation grows that Trump will be called to appear before a grand jury. All of it coming as the former president is being investigated for allegedly paying hush money to women he had sexual encounters with. It's still unclear whether or not Trump will actually be indicted. It is in an update on the social media site Truth Social. The former president is calling out the possible arrest as another attempt to have the election stolen from him and is calling on supporters to protest on his behalf. Well, right now, lawmakers are still questioning TikTok's place here in the U.S. due to security concerns. Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley is looking at what's next for the app.
This would likely be a tough fight for the White House, especially if the administration decides to go after TikTok's parent company itself. On Thursday, the White House wouldn't comment directly on reports that the administration itself was joining the fight to rid America of TikTok.
We've expressed concerns over China's potential use of software platforms that could endanger or threaten America's safety and their national security. So that is the president's concern. That is why we have called on Congress to take action.
The Wall Street Journal reported the Treasury Department was threatening a U.S. ban on TikTok unless TikTok's owners, the Chinese company ByteDance, sold the app. TikTok representatives dismissed that report.
Let's just go ahead and ban the thing. I think that's what we need to do, and I would target TikTok.
The idea of a TikTok ban is a rare issue where both parties find common ground.
What we are trying to deal with here is the risks of insecure information and communication technologies, ICT.
Last week, senators also introduced the Restrict Act. That would let the Commerce Department review and potentially ban any foreign technology that might pose a national security risk.
It's safe to assume that if the CCP is willing to lie about its spy balloon and cover up the origins of the worst pandemic in 100 years, they'll lie about using TikTok to spy on American citizens.
The White House maintains Congress is the way to go on this, not executive action.
We see a bipartisan piece of legislation that you know that we are supporting.
For its part, China says the U.S. is treating Chinese companies unfairly. In the meantime, the White House has issued an order banning TikTok from all federal government devices by next month. Reporting in Washington, I'm Trevor Shirley.